Hey, it's Wander again, and hey, it's back with another video. So, I find it troublesome to what get topics and like have the confidence to actually speak about it for longer than 10, 15 minutes. I mean, sometimes I got lucky and make something longer than 20 minutes, but I've got like a couple of recordings down pat that they never been seen, or copies of recordings, that same thing but worded in a different fashion. But anyway, um, doing this shit is it's taxing on the mind. You're being alone like this. I mean, isolated, no community. It's rough. You know what I mean? And it's even rougher when putting yourself out there puts you in danger. Whether that be your prospects or your family finding out that you hold a philosophy or whatever you like to call the black pill, a something that's counter to 90% of the population. But to continue on, it's the isolation, I believe, that makes it extremely difficult. It's the isolation, the lack of confidence that makes it really, really difficult to, even want to A, make videos, or B, go on long enough where, you're not stuttering over yourself, you know what I mean? It can be, it's extremely tough. And, that's by design. There's layers to this shit, absolutely. It's made so that the society is made so that you don't feel confident in yourself, especially if you're ugly. Absolutely. If you're pretty and you're attractive, you ain't got shit to worry about, because everyone is validating you every second of the day. And listening to a Millennial Steam video where they were talking about how a Gen Z had, gotten into a position, but they didn't know how to do the job. It's fucking nepotism and lookism at its finest. You know what I mean? And that it happens more often than you'd think. But I don't know what my fucking position is. I mean, clearly I know what my position is since, I'm here talking about the shit, right? But I feel more so on a mid counter, but the experience with women in terms of myself is, it's not like, many, but at the same time, it's sparse and few in between, because you're either oofy doofy or you're faking it till you make it, and then you drop it. You know what I mean? In terms of like getting a niche, you're niche maxing, and you're pretending to be something that you're not to get the attraction from women. It's it's rough. It's definitely rough out here, and thank God for family, because it's true. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck, you know? And I'm lucky enough to have family that gives a fuck, you know what I mean? But, other people are not so lucky. Other people have their family, actively working against them, or, putting debt on their name, you know what I mean? Like, shit like that, I can't fathom. It's like, I'd have to lay hands on you if I found that shit out, you know what I mean? So, I don't know what else to really say. It's rough out here, and it's always been like that from what, uh, elementary to middle to high school. You got some girls in between and few, but you know, the even less of which that you've actually had sex with, and it's rough. That's funny. They like to tell you that, women aren't everything, but at the same token, around every avenue, they'll judge you for not getting any. It's weird. They really are modern gods. But it's funny enough, the women are the slaves too. And somebody tricked them into, not being, well, I don't want to say that somebody tricked them into not being, to stay at home. because that's not necessarily true. It's part of the human experience, or I'd say even the human spirit, to want to, have your own autonomy. And, women are no exception to this, But they had to do what they had to do because we ran the fucking place, pretty much. And we kept them in line. We kept them in line only because we knew what would happen. And hey, look where we are. And I'm not saying it's all women's fault, but a majority of it's women's fault that men aren't getting laid and not having sex. But they have a right to not do that, And so I don't blame them for the power it is that they wield. And nor do I blame them for, Nor do I blame them for becoming so delusional to the point where they think, okay, yeah, let's treat men like shit, and then wonder why they keep walking away. No, I mean, for ugly motherfuckers, right, like you and me, they would, they could care less. You know what I mean? They could honestly care less. And I mean, ugly motherfuckers can include true force loneliness motherfuckers because, they're the ugliest of the ugly. But when I mean ugly motherfuckers, I tend to group it up. But there's ugly motherfuckers, there's TFLers, then those are ugliest of the ugly, right? And then there are ugly motherfuckers in that they don't even register on the scale of 4 to 6. You know what I mean? And these numbers are arbitrary in itself, but you know what's attractive and what's not, right? You see a Chad, a Tyrone, this, that, and the third, and all the women across the board, they go up. They don't go down, and they hardly ever go side to side. It's and the shit's well documented. You'll see this shit happen, and it only gets even worse when you find out that, men aren't getting the opportunities that they need to, stride and survive in the world, So obviously it's going to get worse. And that's why I say it's not entirely all women's fault, because there are men out there that benefit from this. I don't know who they are. I don't know their names. I don't know their faces. But I know that somewhere out there, there's some motherfuckers just giddy and gleeful about the way it is that we are. Depressed, lonely, sexless. And they could care less if we kill ourselves. It's honestly best practice if we can't keep us alive, because they can get the most work out of you for less. Easy peasy, Which is why when you you say you want to kill yourself, right? And for me personally, I don't care. I do. If I know you, then I care. But I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't, because it's your life. And this place sucks. I mean, believe it or not, if any normal motherfuckers hear this, right, they're going to think, oh, this guy's crazy. He should be institutionalized. And, hey, if you're listening, hi, I'm not going to harm anybody. You listening? Okay, good, great. Anyway, but it really is how it is. That's the only reason that they talk about, men's mental health and, this, that, and the third. And I think men's mental health, is a very valid thing, but not in the way that they see it, because in the way that they see it, and it's very masked, it's very, it's on the down low, because we are the workhorses. We are the ones that keep society up. We build it up. The women come in, and then they take over the culture. Over and over again. Which is why I can't wait to see this shit fall. But at the same time, I don't want to be here when it does. I'd rather be out of the country. They'll say, oh, you got to come to the war. I was like, no. First of all. Second, I'm not dying for oil. I'm not dying for minerals. I'm not dying so some fucking politician can be in a photo op because, I died for my country. You know what I mean? It's like, no. You gave us money. You gave us land. And I'm not sure about this one, but they might have even gave us women at some point. But, all the benefits, they're down the toilet. They're gone, you know. And the benefits today, you know, you might as well take it and wipe your ass with it. So I implore you to keep, you have to learn more skills. You have to find ways to get the fuck out of here, you know? Go overseas, and it'll get worse out there too, but, you know, at least I can try to get out there before it does get worse, you know? I don't like this. I don't like being here. I don't like thinking about how I had to work fucking 40 hours a week and maybe more to basically survive, you know? It's not cool. I don't know who designed this shit. Beelzebub, Hades, Satan, he who shall not be named, Yogg-Dabaoth, you know, I don't know. And I can really never know, and that much is that I know is I can't explore, I can't, you know, touch the ethereal and cross the planes to find the secret hidden meanings of life itself, reality, and the truth of this world. I can't. I don't know. But what I do know is that this place is hell. And the reason that I find it's hell right now is because there are people in charge with a vested interest in making us dirt fucking broke and slaves when we already are slaves, you know? So I don't want to be here. I don't want to pay upwards of $800 to $1,500, $2,500 of working to not save money, to not be happy here. So I have to do whatever the fuck it is that I can while I have the time to do it, you know? So please, 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 learn more skills. Try to get something remote, because if you can survive anywhere. Please, figure this shit out. Learn, look it up. Maybe you've already been to school, whatever it be, trade school, you know? It's like, it's fucking, there's a vested interest to make you go to school, you know, get your bachelor's, but the only reason they do that, you know, and there's some truth to, you know, if you go to school, right, then, you know, you've got this shiny little diploma that says, oh, yeah, I know what I'm doing, right? But, you know, even those motherfuckers, they have to compete in an ever-increasing, you know, terrible marketplace. Those motherfuckers are, you know, basically flipping burgers and, you know, starting at the bottom, you know? Because that's what we were told. And so, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, a diploma is not an identification that you know your shit. But there is an ulterior motive to that, which is you are in debt, which means we own you. You know what I mean? If they see you come from accredited school A or accredited school B, then they know that your ass is in debt. And they can do basically whatever the fuck it is that they want you to do to keep you in line, you know? Because you can't leave your job, you gotta pay your debts. And, you know, that's the thing with people in general. It's like, you can't, you don't think, they don't think to themselves, you know, I feel like they might have a vested interest in me being in debt, because that's how this fucking, this fucking spin cycle washing machine operates. Like, you come in, you owe money. You grow up, you owe money. You go to school, you sign on the dotted line. It says, oh, you have to go to war if we give you money, right? And so they do. And, you know, it's all debt. It's all debt until the day you fucking die. You know? And I hate this shit. You know? It does not kindle joy. It does not fill my heart. I'm not joyous and giddy and fucking clicking my heels and shit like that, you know? So what was my tangent about? Right, the people are stupid. That's just, it is what it is. And, you know, if you're in the black pill space, you start off like, grr, I hate women, where's my, this, that, and the third, but you're not old shit. Sorry, it is what it is. And, the people that made it so that we can't just, smack them over the head with a club and take what's ours, it's just like, that shit's not happening anymore. It's over. It's not going back. We're not, taking women's rights away. We're not, having enough money to support ourselves and a family with a woman who may or may not be willingly, just staying there because she can't earn money for herself and she has to deal with your ass, right? It's not happening. It's just not. And, I went off on the train of thought again. It's not happening, but, what was it? Right. People are stupid. And, instead of realizing this shit because they feel like, oh, I've got it good. And if I've got it good and you don't have it good, then that means that you are the problem because you're the one that's not, working hard enough for some shit like that. But it's actively like we're watching the ladder get fucking pulled up. And you have to do more and more and more to have less. And it sucks. And, I keep fucking circling around it. So I'm gonna try one more time. People are stupid, and they don't save up. And it's myself included for a time. But I've learned to, to fucking keep in my head that you have to stay more. What is it? You have to stay more. It's not grounded. It's frugal. You have to stay more frugal. Because there's a vested interest in making it so that you continue spending, that you continue to be in more debt because they benefit. It's really just that fucking simple. You know what I mean? And so, you see all these fucking morons, they're out there making fun of you because, you don't wear the right clothes or you don't wear the right shoes or this and that is, it's a little bit dirty. You know what I mean? It's just like, I go outside, I don't stink most of the time, and that should be fine, right? But it's not. It's not because all these stupid motherfuckers have been programmed to, make fun of you for not following their program. You know what I mean? Like, and this shit. If any of you motherfuckers, most of you motherfuckers that are listening to me, you definitely grew up bullied, right? And so, blah, 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 either this is, not up to code or, your iPhone is cracked or you got an Android and blah, blah, blah and shit like that. These people are brain rotted, dead motherfuckers that don't think. They don't use their brains. They're just here to work, reproduce, and just fucking make babies to then do the same shit over and over again. This is why black people are doomed. And not all black people, right? But, what is it? Not all black people are doomed. But, what I like to call the niggas, right? They're doomed, right? Because they are, what is it? They're encouraged to be awful. They're encouraged to do bad things. Just look at New York, like for fucking crying out loud. It's like you stupid motherfuckers are what? They're fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Controlled opposition. It's like you follow the latest fucking basketball and, do all this gang banging and gang stalking and, shooting that nigga and all this other bullshit. When, if you just stopped for a moment and thought to yourself, who benefits from me being a stupid fuck, right? And then you would think, oh, wait a minute. They want me to do this because then all the other motherfuckers that look like me, black, they don't feel, what is it? They don't feel like they can do anything either, I can't stress this enough, just like how much shit out there is designed to tear us apart, And then, the elites, whoever the fuck, right? They have a vested interest in keeping it that way, I don't know, man. Like, shit's fucked. And I'm just one guy. I can't do shit alone. Well, what the fuck would I even do? Because I've been talking a lot. I gotta take some water, man, because holy shit. But anyway, hold on. Yo, my shit's sore as a motherfucker. Holy fuck. Anyway, let me get back on the train. Where was I at? And that's something too. Sometimes I really feel like there's this passive miasma in the air, right? That infects you, that makes you just like not want to follow the train, And follow the train, CJ! Like, fuck. It sucks. I do not want to be here. And I don't want to be here. It sucks. I hate it. I have to find a way out. Not killing myself. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 40, but definitely not killing myself. At least not yet. But, once again, anybody listening to me, don't want to cause any harm to someone, so chill the fuck out. Thank you. But, anyway, there's a lot of this shit. It's all like we're so fucking selfish. It's like we don't think, what if we got together? What if we all stopped paying taxes? Maybe we'd be a little richer, But no, it's just like it doesn't cross the people's minds because they're all fucking brainwashed. They're all stupid. They don't think. And for those of them that do think, they don't care because, they're in a good spot. It's like, why do I want to ruin my perfectly good spot so that other people can thrive? You know what I mean? So shit doesn't change, and everything is shit. Smells like shit, looks like shit, So I don't know. I'm definitely getting the fuck out, though, if I don't die first. But yeah. But, who are the other people besides, the niggas, right? It's just regular black folk, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Suburb niggas, They're just, like me. You know what I mean? I grew up in some suburbs, not like California-ish shit, but definitely in not a gated communities per se, but, just regular average folk, not in a, what are those places called that they make for, marginalized communities, right? Those like sky-rise places where, it's just apartments on top of apartments, you know what I mean? I didn't grow up in one of those, we'll say. But, I definitely grew up around them, so I've got some nigga in me, I beat somebody's ass if I have to, but I prefer not to, because, me letting go some crazy is just, it's better not, because I don't get enough credit for, I don't get enough credit for acting less crazy than I am, and I wish, someone would acknowledge that, but, hey, I'm going to take that one with me to the grave, but anyway, unless someone else is out there listening, besides you, and, people reviewing my channel. Hey guys, thanks for listening to me ranting for, 25 almost-ish minutes, It's really nice, but anyway, and, the niggas make the black folks look bad, and I'm adjacent. It's like, fuck, light-skinned motherfucker. Damn, if we could all get together, make a change, but no. That's a fairy tale, lullaby land. So, fuck it. Anyway. Oh, shit. Excuse me Sorry. Anyway, this has been a long rant. I feel, I feel, I'm not going to say lifted, but I definitely feel a bit better. More to come. See you around.